we should talk about sleep because I think that is a big form of self-care, actually, is sleep.
And we should talk about sleep because I think that is a big form of self-care, actually, is sleep.
And in fact, this morning, my wife had to wake up extra early. She had a special appointment this morning, so she had to wake up extra early.
And in fact, this morning, my wife had to wake up extra early. 더 일찍 일어났다. Extra early. Wake up extra early. Extra early. 더 일찍 일어나야겠다. My wife had to wake up extra early. Had to extra early. Extra early. Extra early. Extra early. 왜 일찍? 더 일찍. Extra early. Have to wake up extra early. 더 일찍 일어나야 한다. Have to wake up extra early. So she had a special appointment. This morning, my wife had to wake up extra early. She had a special appointment this morning, so she had to wake up extra early. And
as a result, I woke
up
as well. I'm a very, very light sleeper, and if she just makes like a slight little rustle or noise in the bedroom, then I wake up.
I'm a very, very light sleeper. 되게 잠이 낮진 않다. Light sleeper. 잠을 깊게 못 자는 스타일. 잡기가 밝은 사람. Heavy sleeper. Light sleeper. 잠이 잘 깨는 사람. Light sleeper. Light sleeper. Light sleeper. 잠기가 밝다. 잠기가 밝다. I'm a very, very light sleeper. 잠을 깊게 못 자는 스타일이야. 잠기가 밝아.
I'm a very, very light sleeper, and
I'm a very, very light sleeper, and
she just makes like a slight little rustle or noise.
If she just makes like a slight little rustle. rustle. 조금 little rustle. 바스락거리는 소리. rustle. rustle. or noise. 바스락거리는 소리. She just makes this. She just makes a slight little rustle. Make a rustle. rustle. 버섯거리다. 바스락거리다. Make a noise. 바스락거리는 소리를 Make a rustle. Make a noise. 소리를 내다. 소리를 내다. In the bedroom, then
Noise in the bedroom, then I wake up.
Then I wake up. Heavy sleeper라는 말 하나? Heavy sleeper. What is the opposite? Opposite word for a light sleeper. What is the opposite word for a light sleeper? A heavy sleeper. Heavy sleeper. What is the opposite word for a light sleeper? Heavy sleeper. 잠깐만, 잡기가 깊은 거지? Heavy sleeper. And light sleeper. 너는 장기가 밝다. 밝은 사람이다. 나는 장기가 밝다. 뭐였지? 나는 잠을 잘 깬다. 나는 잠을 깊게 못 자는 스타일이다.
And also, our dog woke up when my wife was up this morning. So
And also, our dog woke up when my wife was up this morning. Up this morning. So
The whole family was up extra early today.
So the whole family was up extra early today. I was up. 일어났어. 그렇지. Extra early today.
I got up and took the dog for a walk. And when I came home,
I got up and took the dog for a walk. 일어났어. I got up and took the dog for a walk. 산책을 데리고 갔어. Took my dog for a walk. 데리고 갔어. Walk my dog for a walk. Took the dog for a walk. 산책을 데려가다. 산책을 데려가다. And when I came home,
it was still early in the morning.
It was still early in the morning. 여전히 이른 아침이었어. It was still early in the morning.
Now, some days I would just say, okay, I'm up, whatever, let's get the day started.
And some days, I would just say, some days가 뭐지? 어떤 날은 some days 어떤 날은 I would just say okay I'm up 일어났으니까 whatever whatever 뭐든 Let's get the day started. 모든 시작을 하자. Let's get the day started. 하루를 시작하자. Let's get the day started.
In fact, that would be my normal kind of default mode.
In fact, that would be my normal. 사실, that would be my normal kind of default mode. 정상적인 default 모드다. 기본값이다 그런가? 기본값이다. Normal kind of default mode과.
That's what I'd usually do.
That's what I'd usually do. 항상
But today I was feeling especially tired.
But today I was feeling especially tired.
And I had kind of a flexible morning schedule where I didn't really have to do anything at a certain time in the morning.
I had a kind of flexible morning schedule. 이렇게 유연한 스케줄을 갖고 있어. Flexible. flexible이네. flexible. flexible.
Flexible morning schedule. Flexible morning schedule where
flexible. Flexible morning schedule. Flexible morning schedule. Flexible. Flexible. Flexible morning schedule where I didn't really have to do anything. 가지고 있었어. I didn't really have to do anything.
Well, where I didn't really have to do anything at a certain time.
At a certain time. In the morning. 특정 시간. At a certain time. So
I am in the morning. So I just went back to bed. That
I just went back to bed.
was like my
So I just went back to bed.
form of self-care, and I knew
That was like my form of self-care that I knew.
Those are the best.
Those are the best.
yeah, those are the best days, right? I
The best days, right?
knew that we were recording this episode about self-care today as well.
I knew that we were recording this episode about self-care today as well.
So I thought I should take care of myself.
So I thought I should take care of myself.
I should, get some sleep, get some rest, and feel rested up.
Get some sleep. Get some rest. 좀 쉬고 feel rested up. Feel rested up. 휴식을 rested up. 피로가 풀린? 봅시다. 레스트 봅시다. 회복하다. 결국엔 쉬었다는 표현이네. Feel rested up. Get some sleep. 잠 좀 자고 get some rest and feel rested up. 피로를 좀 풀고 feel rested up. Get some sleep, get some rest. Get some sleep. Get some rest. Feel rested up and
I think, in fact, that is one of the best ways that we can take care of ourselves is getting enough sleep.
And I think, in fact, that is one of the best ways that we can take care of ourselves. 할 수 있는 건 is getting enough sleep. Get enough sleep. get enough sleep. Is getting enough sleep. 충분히 잠을 자다. Getting enough sleep. Enough sleep. 충분히 자다. Get enough sleep. 충분히 자다. 충분한 수면을 취하다. Get enough sleep. Get enough exercise. Get enough rest. 충분한 휴식을 취하다. Get enough exercise. 그러면 충분한 운동을 하다. Get enough. 충분한 수면을 취하다.
And it just doesn't make sense to, push myself and grind out a bunch of work or do something like that if I'm tired.
And it doesn't make sense to push. It just doesn't make sense to It doesn't make sense to push myself. It doesn't make sense to push myself. 나 스스로 몰아붙이고 push myself. Then grind a bunch of work. Grind out. Grind out. 영혼을 가려낸 그런 느낌인가? A bunch of work and do something like that. 그런 걸 하면 if I'm tired. Grind a bunch of work.
I might as well invest in a couple extra hours of sleep.
I might as well invest today in a couple extra hours of sleep. 하는 것보다 하는 편이 낫다. 제일 낫다? 하는 게 좋다. I might as well. 하는 편이 낫지. 하는 좋지. I might as well. I might as well invest in 투자하다? Invest in a couple extra hours. 더 자다. 몇 시간 더. 몇 시간 더. A couple extra hours of sleep. A couple extra hours of sleep. Feeling good and then
I can just be more productive.
And then I can just be more productive. 좀 더 생산적이 되고
More effective
effective. 좀 더 효율적이 되지.
my daily life.
So
I practiced some self-care this morning.
I practiced some self-care this morning. 이렇게 좀 했어.
And I slept for an extra 2 hours.
And I slept for an extra 2 hours. Slept for slept 2 hours. 생각이 가능한 거. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I feel the same way. 나도 feel the same way. 나도 마찬가지야. 나도 마찬가지야. 나도 그래. 나도 마찬가지야. 같은 생각이야? 같은 생각이야? 공감해. 나도 그렇게 생각해. 나도 그렇게 생각해. 그래, 나도 그렇게 생각해. I feel the same way. 생각해. I love those naps.
love those naps that you just kind of have pop up out of nowhere.
I love those naps. 그런 낮잠? You just kind of have pop up. 갑자기 튀어나온 out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. 난데없이. Out of nowhere. 난데없이. 난데없이. 갑자기. Out of the nowhere. Popped up out of nowhere. And I love those naps that you just kind of have pop up. And pop up.
And you're like, you kind of feel like you have this happy present, you know.
It feels like you have this happy present.
You know, it's not a physical present, but you go, wow, I have free.
It's not a physical present. Physical. 실질적인. 물질적인 선물이 아니라 when you go
free time,
free
I can
time,
just use it the way I want to.
하고 싶은 대로 할 수 있다. I can just use it the way I want to. 하고 싶은 대로. 하고 싶은 방식. I can just use it the way I want to. Use it the way I want to.
Another thing with sleep these days that I've noticed is that I've really started going to bed early. You know, it's not a physical present.
2 hours.
You go, wow, I have free time. I can just use it the way
use
I
it
want
the way
to.
I want to.
Another thing with sleep these days that I've noticed.
Another thing with sleep. 다른 거는 another thing with sleep. Another thing. Another thing with sleep these days that I've noticed is that
I've really started going to bed earlier.
I started going to bed earlier.
And physical present, but you go, wow, I have free time. I can just use it the way I want to. Another thing with sleep these days that I've noticed is that
These days that I've noticed is that
really started going to bed earlier, and it has improved my energy. And my mental state so much. It's not necessarily a self-care that
it's not necessarily a self-care
you'd think about, because it's
not necessarily personal. You think about
it's just a daily routine kind of schedule.
because it's just a daily routine kind of schedule. 그냥 daily routine.
But that extra hour of sleep,
But that extra hour of sleep. Sleep.
to bed an hour earlier than you normally
Going to bed an hour earlier. Then we
normally would is so beneficial.
It's so beneficial. Beneficial. Beneficiary. Beneficiary.
So beneficial.
It's so beneficial. 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 Okay. 이거. 뭐지? 이거. 이게 되네? 이거.
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna say it, Cassie, and maybe you will disagree or agree.
I'm gonna say it, Cassie, and maybe you will disagree or agree. 할 수도 있고 안 할 수도 있고. 있고 안 할 수도 있는데. Maybe you will disagree or agree.
Cassie, and maybe you will disagree or agree. But
Maybe you will. Maybe you will disagree or agree. 안 할 수도 있고 안 할 수도 있는데. But I will say
I will go out on a limb here and say,
I will go out on a limb. Go out on a limb. 그러면 소신권 봅시다. Go out on a limb. 시도하다. Go out on a limb. Take a risk. Limb. I could. I will go out on a limb here and say 그냥 말할래. 이런 느낌일 것 같은데. Pickle climbing trees. Is a tree branch here. Go out on a limb. So to go out on a limb literally means to climb on a possibly unsafe part of the tree. We are going on a limb if we are about to take a guess without a lot of evidence, or to make a bold statement. For example, if all of your friends are huge Marvel movie fans, you would be going out on a limb if you told them that you didn't like the new Doctor Strange movie. When you risk criticism in order to help another person, you could say that you're going on a limb. For instance, someone could say, I can't believe you went on a limb for Carl's and defended him. Thank you again for the comment. 그냥 말하다. 그냥 말할래. I will go out on a limb.
We'll go out on a limb here and
Limb here. Pardon me. Go on a limb here. Pardon me. Go out on a limb here.
and say sleep is the best thing you can do for yourself. Because like if we're talking about meditation or something,
if we're talking about meditation,
of course this is good, and of course I think this is something that people should do if they're interested in it. It will be helpful.
If they're interested in it, it will be helpful
for your life. I've noticed in the past when I've done it, it's been helpful for me.
I've noticed in the past when I've done it. I've noticed it in the past when I've done it. I've noticed in the past. I've noticed if you're talking about meditation or something, of course this is good, and of course I think this is something that people should do. If they are interested in it, it will be helpful for your life, and I've noticed in the past when I've done it, it's been helpful for me.
But you don't notice a result immediately. It's not.
But you don't notice a result immediately. You don't notice a result immediately.
It's not a tangible result.
It's not a tangible result. Tangible. 어디야? Tangible result. tangible result가 아니잖아. tangible. 쉽지 않아. tangible. 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 보인. 결과가 아니잖아. 보이는. 유형의 형태가 있다. 분명히 쉽지 않아. 보이는 결과가 아니잖아. 보이는 결과가 아니다. 결과가 아니잖아. It's not a tangible result. It's not a tangible. It's not a tangible result. 보이는 결과가 아니잖아. It's not a tangible result. 보이는 결과가 아니잖아.
In fact, sometimes you have to practice for years and years and years, and it can be like learning a language almost. Although you're making progress and you're moving forward,
although you're making progress, you're moving forward, make progress. Make progress. 진전이 있다. 진전이 있다. forward. Move forward. 진전이 있거나 나아지고 있는지 나아지다? 알 수가 없잖아. Like although you're making progress and you're moving forward, make progress. Making progress and you're moving forward.
you don't always notice it, you don't always feel it.
You don't always notice it. You don't always notice it. 항상 아는 게 아니고 don't always feel it. 항상 느낄 수도 없고.
However, with sleep, it's like
it's
if you're
like
tired,
if you're
and
tired
then you
and then
sleep
you
and you get a
sleep
good
and you
sleep,
get a good
you wake
sleep.
up and you feel
Wake
better.
up, you feel better.
Like,
Get a good sleep. 잘 자면. You get a good sleep.
I can't speak for everyone, but
I can't speak for everyone, but
at least for me, every
at
time
least for me, 최소한 나한테는 적어도 나한테 at least for me, 적어도 나한테는 time I go to sleep.
Every time I go to sleep and I wake up, I feel better if I get a good sleep, right?
If I get a good sleep, 잘 자고 나면. 숫자다. 그렇군. Get a good sleep. Get a good sleep. Get a good sleep. 자다, 잘 자다. 잘 자다. 됐나? 꿀잠을 자다. 꿀잠을 자다. 그렇게 될 수도 있구나.
Right? It like always improves my mood. It always
Improves my mood. Improves mood. 기분 좋게 한다. 맛있다.
improves my outlook.
아웃룩은 인생과 좋나? 생각? 생각? 반쪽? 풀드 아웃룩 무슨 소리야? 생각을 아직 하는 것 같은데? 생각, 인식? 생각을 아직 한다. 관점이 뭐지? My ability
My ability to focus
to
and
focus
do work
and
and
to work
function well.
and
All of these
function
things get
well. 기능이 잘 되게 집중하는 능력. 집중하는 능력, 일하는 능력, 그다음에 펑션이야? 펑션, 기능이 잘 집중. 제대로 작동한다. 제대로 작동한다. 제 기능을 하다?
things get improved immediately. Like
Get improved. 맞아. Immediately. 즉각적으로.
after only 8 hours.
8시간 만에. After only 8 hours.
Amazing. So
It's amazing. So. 엄청나.
Yeah. I'm sure listeners who don't get enough sleep, they probably
Don't get enough sleep. Get enough sleep. 충분히 자다. 충분한 수면을 취하다. 충분히 자다. 충분한 수면을 취하다. Get enough sleep. 충분히 못 자는 하루는 아무도 hear
hear this all the time and they go, yeah.
hear this all the time when they go, yeah, I know. 그렇고. 항상 이런 얘기를 듣고 할 거야. 이런 뜻이구나. 그런 뜻이구나.
Yeah, I know. But we're just gonna say it here. It's
We're just gonna say here.
true, guys. I know you hear it a million times. Believe it.
I know you hear it a million times. 수백 번. Hear it a million times. Hear it a million times. Believe it.
So we talked a lot about mental self-care.
We talked a lot about mental self-care.
We also kind of mentioned spiritual self-care.
Spiritual self-care. 또한 그런 거 말했지? Mentioned spiritual self-care.
Because I think meditation and mindfulness kind of get into that spiritual territory, and there's
Get into.
other different things that people can do to take care of their spiritual well-being. Maybe depending on their religion or their personal beliefs. So
religion, depending on their religion. Religion. Personal beliefs. 개인적인 maybe depending on their religion or personal beliefs.
Maybe we won't get into that too much.
Maybe we won't get into that. 너무 깊게 들어가진 않네. 근데
But what about physical self-care, Cass?
physical?
See, we could say that sleep is a physical self-care. Sleep is like the ultimate self-care for everything.
Ultimate self-care for everything.
But what are some other self-care practices?
What are some other self-care practices?
To help us improve our physical health.
What are some other self-care practices to help us self-care?
And what do you do physically?
And what do you do? And what do you do physically
To take care of your self-care.
to take care of yourself?
I have two. One of them is kind of a love-hate relationship.
I have two. 두 가지가 있는데 I have two. One of them is kind of love-hate relationship. 애증 관계? Love-hate relationship.
And that is exercise.
Exercise. Exercise. 운동이다, 운동.
I know every time before exercise, it's kind of a stressor because I don't.
스트레스 요인이야. 스트레서이야, 스트레서. Stressor. Stressor. Okay. Stressor because I don't really want to go. 정말 보기 싫어. I don't really want to go. Lazy. 귀찮아.
I don't really want to go,
I don't
and
wanna
I'm
go.
lazy.
I'm lazy.
But when I'm actually doing the activity, it is
actually I'm actually doing the activity.
a big stress relief.
It's a big stress relief. 정말. 배고파. 진짜 후련해? 숨 어떡해. 속의 스트레스가 줄어들어.
And I, get the the blood flowing, the endorphins running through.
blood flowing 혈액순환? 혈액이야, 혈액? 혈액순환? 혈액이야, 혈액? 피가 돌다. 돌다. 피가 도는다. The endorphin.
Endorphins run.
Endorphins. Endorphin.
It's running through my body.
엔도핀이 돌다. 엔도핀이 돌다.
So yeah, love-hate relationship. But another physical stress reliever, self-care opportunity is getting some sort of massage.
마사지를 받았다? 됐어. 뼈를 마사지인 것 같아. 마사지를 받아. 엄마를 받아. 뼈를 마사지. 아이고야. 스캡. 이건 뭐야? scalp.
Or care or shampoo or something like that. It's really popular here in Thailand to get, you know,
It's really popular here in Thailand to get
some sort of body self-care, and
some sort of body self-care.
and I've been taking full advantage of that while I've been living here.
I have been taking full advantage of that while I've been living here. Take full advantage. 최대한 활용하다. Take full advantage of. 최대한 활용하다. 이럴 때도 있고 저럴 때도 있고 할 때도 있고 할 때도 있고 때도 있다. Times when 이럴 때 있고 and 노트로 연결을 하는구나. 노트로 연결. 그치. 짝꿍이 위드구나.
Yeah, that's awesome, Cassie. That's great. And I agree that exercise, although it can be kind of a two-sided coin, right?
동전이 있는 것 같지만
Right? There's the good part of exercise, like feeling good and having the endorphins surge through our body and having our mood elevated. All of these things are great, but at the same time, sometimes it can be bothersome and we can feel tired or have
elevated. 기분이 elevated 때 그렇구나. 누가 엘리베이트네? 기분이 좋게 하라는 뜻이구나. 엘리베이트 그런 뜻이다. 이렇게 뜨는 동시에 뜨는 그 동시에 at the same time sometimes it can be bothersome 귀찮아 bothersome 수도 있어 성가시 짜증나 bothersome bothersome can be bothersome and we can feel tired or have some muscle sore muscle have sore muscle sore muscle 쓸 수도 있고
have sore muscles after exercising. So yeah, there's advantages and disadvantages to that.
어드밴티지가 있을 수도 있고 디스어드밴티지가 있을 수도 있어. 이점도 있고 디스어드밴티지 뭐였죠? 어떻게 되지? 분리였죠? 디스어드밴티지 장점도 있고 단점도 있고 그런 거 같은데? 그죠? 단점도 이점도 있고 좀 안 좋은 점도 있고
That, Cassie, Cassie, before we wrap it up, I want to ask you one other thing, and that is about treating yourself. Do you think treating yourself is a form of self-care? You know, like if you've had a really stressful week, and at the end of the week, you treat yourself to a big piece of chocolate cake.
You had a really stressful week. 스트레스 받는 들이 한쪽을 보내다. Then at the end of the week, 한 주가 끝나고 treat yourself to a big piece of chocolate cake.
Or maybe you go to a hotel and you spend a night in a hotel in your city, and you enjoy the big king-size fluffy bed and just relax or something like that. Like treating yourself, buying a present for yourself.
Relax or something like that. Just treating yourself, buying a present for yourself.
Is this a form of self-care?
I do think it is a form of self-care, but I think it's a little bit like putting a Band-Aid on a giant cut.
Okay.
Band-Aid. Small sticky bandage. So you use tongue. Putting a band-aid on a giant cut.
It suits the wound for a little bit, but it doesn't
soothe. 바람이 조금 다르다. 소드 다르다. 진정시키다. 통증을 누그러뜨리다.
really.
Is this a form of self-care?
I do think it is a form of self-care, but I think it's a little bit like putting a Band-Aid on a giant cut.
Okay.
It soothes the wound for a little bit, but
wound. 상처를 달래. wound. 머리를 좀 달래지.
but it doesn't really solve the issues lying underneath that cause the big amount of stress.
Well said, Cassie.
아니 내가 하지 마.
That brings us to the end of this lesson. Talk to you next time.
Talk to you
Bye.
next time.